Hey everybody, warmer days are upon us. That means a few things. Evals may be here. You might be looking at spring hockey, you might be even looking forward to summer hockey. When it gets to the off season, I always like to present you with alternative options to just being on the ice all the time because you deserve a break too. And what we do in my house for my son, who's a goalie, and my daughter, who's a skater, is use NHL Sense Arena, our title sponsor, as many of you know. And they just launched a new goalie mindset training with Pete Fry, which is all about building composure, focus, and emotional control that goalies need in big moments. And then for the skaters, they've really updated Dangle Pro with full ice scanning. So now you're not just standing still stick handling in isolation. You're handling the puck while scanning, making reads, and training your awareness like you would in a real game. And again, this uses mixed reality. So you're actually stick handling with your real stick and a puck. You can see it around virtual objects. It's super fun and it's super nuts. We shared some videos with that. I wish I had that as a kid. Check these deals out. They're offering 50% off an annual plan compared to paying monthly. Plus, you get a free hockey training ball, a free green biscuit, and free shipping on that. Or if you go all in with a 2-year subscription, you can get a new MetaQuest 3S headset for $100. That's $900 in savings. I have never seen them offer the headset for that price. So if that's what's been holding you up, this is the time to get it because it all is going to add up. All right. Head to nhl.sensearena.com/OKPH and use the promo code OKPH to save an additional $25 on top of the offers I've already mentioned. We have always loved NHL Sense Arena's belief in us and what we do as a show, and we always appreciate your belief in us as well. This is a great deal. Go check it out. And as always, enjoy this episode of Our Kids Play Hockey. Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world. Welcome back to another edition of The Ride to the Rink. Kids, we got a treat for you today. Scott Hartnell's here, playing the NHL for 17 seasons. He's a little short on time, so we're going to jump right in. But where I wanted to start, Scott is a brother. He's got brothers. He's the youngest, right? Scott, you grew up in an environment. We know there's a lot of sibling families listening here. Scott, can you just talk a little bit about being the youngest and how that might have helped craft your journey in hockey?
Yeah, an oldest sister. She played ring at hockey. I got two older brothers. They ended up playing minor hockey, a lot of knee hockey, a lot of street hockey. They played D1 college hockey. And man, it was fun keeping up to them. I got my bumps and bruises and punches and chokeholds from them, but it made me a stronger, better kid to fight through that adversity, excuse me, and just have a lot of fun growing up as a kid and kind of shaping watching them play, kind of shaped the way I played, and just had a lot of fun watching them grow up.
I want to say real quick, because I'm the youngest in my family, and there's nothing quite like the moment when you beat the older brother for the first time. Okay, but I want to always say that the older siblings, you lead the way for us. And you didn't ask to be in that role, but you were. So to all the older siblings out there, thank you, and watch out. That's kind of how we have.
We're coming for you, all the younger bros, yeah, and sisters.
Scott, also, you have such an amazing career now as a broadcaster, playing in the NHL. What a ride! Since this is Ride to the Rink episode, let's talk about your journey and some important lessons that you want to pass along to the kids that will help them on their journey.
Kids, boys and girls, I got probably one piece of advice for you, and that is to be the hardest working player on the ice. It was something that I prided myself on as a kid. As a junior hockey player, when I made the NHL, I wanted to, my first training camp, I wanted to show the coaches, the GMs, everyone that I could, maybe not the fastest skate in the world, but I'm going to work harder than you. I'm going to come out of the corner with that puck instead of you, have a strong stick, all that kind of stuff. But to be the hardest working player on the ice, that's something that, your coaches will know, scouts will know, all that kind of stuff. So don't underestimate the power of being the hardest working player on the ice.
Scott, we can't thank you enough for the few minutes you've given us here today. And kids, don't underestimate that advice. I'm sure you hear it. Maybe you don't hear it enough to be the hardest worker on the ice. But Scott, correct in saying that's not just games, right? It's practices, games.
It's practices, yeah. It's more important than practice because that's going to lead to your tendencies in a game, right? And when you're doing the one-on-one battles and the 2-on-2s, and you after you warm up the goalie, you don't want to go bar down on the first shot because that'll tick a goalie off. But when you have a chance to score, rip that thing. You have a buddy open on a 2-on-1, make that pass, and if you don't make it, you got to be mad at yourself. I got to make that pass the next time, because when it comes into a game and you got to think quick and you got to make a play or a shot, or, defensively as well. I'm talking offense, but to work hard on a back check, all that stuff is so important that you do it in a practice. It's just going to come natural in a game. So practices are way more important.
I love it. Kids, one thing I will tell you is go to YouTube, something we didn't have when we were growing up. Search up Scott Hartnell highlights. You'll see a mix, a menagerie, if you will, of tough hockey plays, personality plays, and a big smile on his face all the time. Scott, thanks so much for joining us on the ride.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, guys. Had a blast.
All right, kids, remember, wherever you're at in your hockey journey, we believe in you. You should too. We'll see you on the next Ride to the Rink. Take care, everybody.